Salam, guys. Salam, it's Rusty 3 here. Let's hit it. Interesting chat where the Spire sisters were fighting. I wish we could have fought them, though. The third sister. In seclusion for 100 springs, truth and falsehood the mountain brings. Rosy face turns into gray hair, a love story seldom and fair. The third daughter of the Zhu family, graceful in demeanor and gentle in nature, loved reading and writing. Observing that her younger sisters were still naive and her two elder sisters were extremely busy, she focused on needlework and became the best weaver in the family. The fabric shop run by the second sister outside used weaving patterns designed by the third sister. The weavers in the cave were also trained by her. Due to her gentle and kind-hearted nature, she often found it difficult to command the Yao guys. Thus, the fifth sister became her best assistant. While the third sister taught with the weaving patterns in hand, the fifth sister followed with a punishing ruler. If any weaver was particularly unruly, the straightforward fifth sister would report them to the second sister, who would then seal the offender in a cocoon to use as food. Damn. Because the eldest and second sisters were often preoccupied with various affairs, the fifth sister had been following the third sister since childhood. The third sister was very quiet, so the fifth sister became her lively counterpart. The two sisters bickered and quarreled, but it made the days pass more easily. Among the books the third sister often read were those strange mortal anecdotes. She always found them fascinating and longed to experience those romantic scenes depicted. However, she was too wise to fall for any romantic scholar, knowing that most Yao guys know stories meant tragic ends. Funny. Fourth sister, when do we know? Fourth sister. Sword raised to the azure sky, enemy blood stains the black robe high. Fortunate to be a maiden fair, outshining heroes with grace and flair. In the old days, the Scorpion Lord brought his sons to the temple of yellow flowers seeking refuge. The hunter-eyed Taoist master, covering the power of his venom, promised to arrange marriages between a young Spire Guise and a Scorpion Princess. Hence, he called forth Violet Spire and four of her daughters to meet them. Once everyone was seated, the Taoist master asked the princess to introduce themselves one by one. The eldest prince stood up, thumping his chest, and declared, "My skills were personally taught by my father. Among my brothers, I am the best bachelor. If all the sisters wish to marry me, don't let it cause any discord." Seeing the sisters frown, the second prince quickly stood up and interjected, "Sisters, please forgive my brother's recklessness. Strong as he is, which I admit, I am no less capable. If you choose me as your husband, I will expand our domain and make it prosperous." The Taoist master was displeased by the second prince's ambition, and his sisters too remained non-committal, turning their gaze to the third Scorpion son. Feeling the pressure of their stares, he roughly said, "My brothers are all skilled, and my younger brother is also exceptional. Sisters, please consider carefully before making a choice." The fourth prince, disdainful of his third brother's lack of confidence, said, "My third brother is a bit awkward in temperament. Hope you don't mind. Although I am younger, my future is promising. Choosing me is choosing the future." Awesome, wow. After hearing their self-introductions, the Taoist master asked the four daughters of the Zhu family to express their opinions one by one. The eldest daughter spoke gently. "With many sisters to look after in our mother's illness, I cannot lay down this burden and let my sister suffer. My marriage can wait a few more years." The Scorpions shook their heads, expressing regret. The sixth sister laughed carelessly and said, "I am busy managing the family business alone with many financial gaps to fill. If any of you are willing to help bridge these gaps, I might consider marriage." The Scorpion Lord's mountain had long since fallen to ruin. With no wealth to speak of, the second sister's words effectively ended the conversation. The third sister, holding a fan, said, "I wish to marry someone with whom I can live in harmony. I love poetry of Luo Yin. Have any of you read his works? It's likely that the four princes didn't even know what poetry was, let alone who Luo Yin was. Consequently, everyone pinned their hopes on the fourth sister." Speaking at the end, the fourth sister hummed softly out of boredom before speaking. "My sisters were too polite, speaking so tactfully that they probably didn't even understand. This so-called meeting is just a scheme against us. We would end up with no gain, while they take our dowries and positions in our cave. How dare they consider us as the ones to be taken advantage of? They call themselves princes, yet none of them are noble. If they truly had any skills, why not earn their own fortune instead of showing off and making fools of themselves here?" Damn. After the fourth sister's outburst, the conversation at the temple shifted to criticizing her. Though apologies were exchanged, the topic of marriage was never brought up again. Wow. The fifth sister. Orioles are charming, swallows love to play, sisters close in bond, let them not be swayed by worldly fray. The fifth sister of the Zhu family in the prime of her youth was renowned for her stunning beauty. One night, dark clouds obscured the moon and a chilly wind swept over the right ridge, signaling an impending storm. The fifth sister was accompanying her second sister in the village, overseeing the work of the lesser Yaoguais when she spotted a traveling scholar seeking shelter from the rain. Feeling mischievous, she decided to play a trick on him. The scholar, being somewhat naive, was worried about his bookcase getting soaked and rushed into the deserted village without noticing the Yaoguais. He barely made it inside, bolted the door, and lit an oil lamp just as the rain began to pour heavily outside. Gazing at the rain through the window, the scholar was inspired to recite poetry. Zhu's land in turmoil, the court in disarray, like thunder claps in the clear skies they sway. A clap of thunder roared. The scholar thought he saw the window shake, but paid it no mind until he finished reading, feeling refreshed. As he finished the line, he noticed the window lattice move again. Assuming it was the wind and rain, he hurriedly shut the window. After finishing his poem, feeling refreshed, he suddenly realized someone was knocking at the door. He caught glimpses of a graceful silhouette on the door's paper screen, and a sense of alarm washed over him as he entertained the thought that it could be a Yaogui. However, considering his own wretched and unremarkable existence, he somehow found solace in the idea of becoming a victim of beauty. As the scholar hurriedly got up and flung the door open, expecting to see the stunning Yaogui, he was instead met with a horrifying sight. A ghost with disheveled hair and pus-filled eyes. Overwhelmed terror, he let out a scream and instinctively pushed past her, in an effort to escape the haunted house. Outside the door, the fifth daughter, playing with her delicate fingers, leaned gracefully against the wall, only to be knocked off balance. Angrily, she walked into the house, cursed the scholar for his rudeness, and happened to see an old bronze mirror on the desk. Picking it up, she found out that the storm had washed away her makeup, leaving her face a patchwork of colors, and with her wet hair covering it, she looked truly frightened. Even she couldn't help but laugh. Interesting. The sixth sister, in hidden groves a home appears. Laughter fills a path with flowers near. Girl chases butterflies and fly as rumors fade like shooting stars in the night. In the webbed hollow, there were no children the same age as the sixth sister. She usually spent her time with her elder sisters, who were all very nice to her. Only the fourth sister would strictly supervise her training. Sometimes, when she's trained diligently, the fourth sister would take her to the mountaintop to gaze at the scenery outside and tell her stories about the world beyond the mountains. Although she enjoyed following her fourth sister, the fourth sister often went into the mountains to investigate secrets unknown to her. Claiming it was dangerous, she refused to take her along, which left the sixth sister feeling bored. One day, a flower viewing banquet was held in the mountainside, and the alleged Yaogui from Mount Wukong came to deliver gifts. As usual, after completing their tasks, they were invited to stay and drink. The elder sisters were busy entertaining guests and taking care of their mother, so the sixth sister wandered off on her own. The steward Guai, unable to refuse her, had to accompany her around the cave for a while. Two drunken pig Guai saw the sixth sister and pointing at her, saying, "Is that the one?" The other pig Guai replied, "Yes, that's the one." Feeling annoyed by their comments, the sixth sister retorted, "Why are you pig Guais pointing at me? Where are your manners? What did you mean by this? What did you mean for this and that?" The steward Guai tried to signal the pig Guai to shut up, but they continued. "Little girl, let us tell you a secret that everyone knows but you." The steward Guai quickly tried to intervene, but the sixth sister earnestly said, "Go ahead." The two pig Guais laughed and said, "Your father is a pig, just like us. You are a relative of our old pig family." Contrary to their expectations, the little girl didn't burst in anger or throw a tantrum. Instead, she pouted and spoke with a dismissive tone, saying, "You must be attempting to establish a connection with me because you lack skill in your craft and seek to exploit me. The one my mother chose would never be someone as despicable as you." Hearing this, the pig Guais felt embarrassed and never dared to joke at her again. Damn. She's smart, young but smart. Here you go. Piece of shit. 100-eyed Taoist master. Tending the furnace, stoking the flame, making pills to immortality to aspire. Countless eyes and countless schemes will misstep and shatter all dreams. Will this work? Violet Spider lowered her head, not daring to look directly at Hunter-Eyed Dallas Master. The Master handed a needle to the old woman and said softly, "With that, the monkey left behind, and in this vessel mine, you have nothing to worry about. If both fail, come to me and I will back you up." He paused as if a new thought had struck him and added, "If I act first, you will never see that pig again." Hearing this, the old woman quickly took the needle, and the needle thanked him and left. Once the door closed, an immortal with a red scalp and a crane face came in holding a fly whisk. He emerged from behind the screen looking at the Master imposingly. The Master bowed respectfully and reported, "With that, the pig in our hands, the destined one alone will not cause any trouble." The crane immortal remained non-committal inside. "Your little schemes are all under His Majesty's watchful eyes. He has intervened out of respect for Her Majesty." The Master chuckled dryly and replied, Her Majesty's words, they've taken too much profit this time. Our principal and interest must be taken back." Crane Immortal flicked his fly whisk as if shooting away flies and said leisurely, Once it's done, you leave, but they still have to stay." No expression could be seen on the Master's face as he bowed deeply to the immortal. Interesting. Oh, this shit's very interesting, guys. Chapter 5, Golden Child, Crimson Blood. Interesting.
Time was I guarded the Celestial River with my boys 80,000 strong, and the puny revenants dared to impede me. That grand transformation of mine was the only reason you're still standing here. A proper kneel to show gratitude would be appropriate, no? Fooled me once, never again. Deceptive tactics like this pose no threat. I'll go size them up first. Keep pace, boy.
I mean, this dude's so fucking arrogant. I mean, I kicked his ass multiple times. Like, literally, fuck this guy, man. Revenant stalwart, endless toil, no rest in view, joy of nature, never ours to pursue. Serving others in vain we strive, living to years, centuries alive. The stalwarts summoned from the underworld by the keeper. The stalwarts summoned from the underworld by the keeper were the lowest ranking soldiers back there, with their daily duties to maintain the flow of the underworld. Being sent to the mortal realm was akin to the days of rest, a break from their relentless toil. One day, as they patrolled Flaming Mountains, four stalwarts shared their stories. One pointed to Furnace Valley and remarked, "This lava here makes me think that my task underground. Those who committed arson in life are sentenced to embrace searing hot copper pillars naked in our copper depth. We had to fuel the fire and scrape off burnt flesh once and again. If we had a fire fall like it here, it would surely make things easier." Another added, "True, and those who broke families in life go to our iron death. We plant the edge of the blade tree in their back and hang them on a tree. Our endless days are spent sharpening the blade and trimming trees. Sometimes the blade cuts through their flesh and they fall with wounds wide open. That's when we stitch them up, carry them from the ground, and hang them on the blade again. A giant iron ball like the one ahead would make your job much simpler." The third one chimed in, "You have it easy. Those who torture animals go to our bull death. There they are trampled and gored by lava bulls. You must tend the bulls, fit them with iron hooves, and sharpen their horns. The crushed corpse must be dug out occasionally unless they clog the path of the bulls. A flaming cart would be a much better solution." The last stalwart, gazing at the fucking landscape of Flaming Mountains, exclaimed, "This place is better than any of our deaths. Don't you see? This is the best death with the state-of-the-art torturing tools. I am now living in my dream." Hearing this, all his companions spat to stay and left. Revenant Archer, he who brings tales of fault and blame is often caught in the very same game. Trust not the one who seems most fair, and in their goodness be aware. In a southern camp of the kingdom of Yuetol, near the western side of the fucking Flaming Mountains, a cook in the army was tasked with delivering food to soldiers each and every day. During his routine, he often noticed a shadowy figure trailing him. When his courage led him to confront it, he discovered it was a pottery figurine armed with an airless bow, a truly peculiar sight. It is known that the only guilty are haunted. The cook assured of his good God is demanded, "Why do you always follow me?" The figurine, basically, yet speaking from within, replied, "In a past life, we were from the same town and served together in the army. I was wounded by an enemy arrow and you abandoned me. I was left to succumb to infection and die. My resentment prevented me from reincarnation, and Yama, the king of the underworld, made me a revenant. I come now for your life." Puzzled, the cook asked, "Then why not kill me?" The figurine raised its bow, replying, "This bow shoots only arrows of punishment. You've been reasonably uptight in this life, so I find no arrow to strike you. My only choice now is to linger aimlessly." The cook asked if was anything he could do to stop his wandering. The figurine spat back, "It was your fault. You should atone, not help me. Your debt will clear once you recite Buddha's name for me 10,000 times and kneel to each. Then I may find peace." Enraged by such a time, the cook argued, "Your fallen enemy hand wasn't my arrow. Your failure to invade wasn't my push. Leaving you was a choice, not a crime. Why blame me?" With that, he smashed the pottery figurine with his metal lid. The figurine shattered and turned to dust in the wind. Alas, even ghosts dread violence. Reflecting on one's actions is essential, and kindness a virtue. But beware of being spoiled for your good heart, lest the accused becomes the accuser. Um, yeah, I think it's too late to see this. It had to be fucking done. So it's destroyed, and I can't remove this talisman. And someone said run, which kind of scares the shit out of me. Yeah.
Die!
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed it. Fuck. I'm so damn pissed off. Yeah, it's all the way down here. If they have Oh. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I turn left, this is stupid. Like this whole shit. It's like a fucking bug. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Yeah, this man's threatening me. You know. I really do love how the immobilize spell works against multiple enemies now that I do this. Oh, I did. Nothing here. This was so fucking stupid. Why not have it set to where it's like right here? Like you guys really fuck. Whoever designed this game, I mean, it's good, but y'all fucked up. You know.
May Lord Lao illuminate your... It retains the energy of both this world and beyond. You'd better follow a prescription, brave one. Seek from within to ascend. Your 5 elements emerge. Each pill is a means to an end.
Cheers! Cheers! Fancy.
Drink. Drink. It can lead.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, actually.
With no one else around. No harvest without hard work. Perhaps it's for the best. Go ahead.
Armor and arms. Just ask me. They're yours.
All right, this is fucking useless. I'm already immune to poison, so thank you for giving me useless fucking armor.
I can't help you when you're dead out there.
Where there's drink, all is...
Wait till I had to find mounts where I quit my thing. So I gotta get rid of this badass thing I was having to basically do this. Yeah. I got like body cooling powder. I think I'll stick with what I got. What the hell does golden tree core even do? I wonder. Lovable revenant, high and mighty, in the finest attire. Yeah, a twist of fate from life to mire. The underworld trials are no mere lure. They know it all when they see your core. In the kingdom of pure joy, there was an official of high standing, a skeptic of spirits and deities. His path to power was paved with the lives of many. As age and illness beset him, he found himself bedridden in a feverish sleep. He dreamt of two bull-headed guys emerging from a blazing flame, standing upright in armor. They declared they were to take him to the underworld for trial and urged him to settle his affairs with the living. Startled awake and realizing the gravity of his past wrongdoings, the official hastily told his family to gather monks and dows to perform rituals in the house. He dispelled his wealth through acts of charity, feeding the poor, donating to temples, and gilding Buddhist statues. All the rituals and charities were done in the hopes of sparing himself from the torments of the underworld. His deeds stirred the city, praises for his generosity echoed in the streets. Then came another dream. The bull gods with a scroll in hand came to claim his soul. He protested, I've done much good recently. Surely I'll set my past wrongs. One god explained, true, you've done something good, but that was after how you falsely accused the righteous, how you betrayed your peers, how you extorted the peasants, and how you plundered for your wealth. For those, y'all must still await your trial, and to the underworld you must go. The other god sneered, good deeds are good, but evil deeds are still evil. Your end as a greedy official is sealed. With that, they shackled his soul with iron chains and dragged him into the flames, leading him towards the underworld. That very night, the official died in agony and fear, eyes bulging wide, losing control of his bowels. God fucking damn. But he was a dirtbag, so yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the best for this stage. Holy shit, wait, I have a point. Okay.
Self-refinement is the way to make golden pills. What say you, brave one? From yin and thou shalt have pill. Each pill is a mean.
Chapter 5 is about as longest. Chapter 2, I want to say. Chapter 3, 4 are the longest. Chapter 6 is supposed to be short. I have no idea what the fuck's going on at this point. So there's a war.
Lad, it can't be you. I thought you were one of them. What happened to me? Vanguard of the Bull King. Consider yourself lucky. I knew of you long ago. The thing you seek, the king else know about it. Out of nowhere, the whole mountain was infested with those stinking corpses. Some coffin carts blocked all the passes up, burning everything in their path. You seem clever. How about you find a way to destroy them, eh? They're called Five-Element Carts, an evil and powerful invention of the King's Son. I'm afraid they're not only guarding the passes. Trust me, there's more to it. Got to hold my ground at the entrance for a while. Can't imagine the chaos without me. They're called Five-Element...
Bull Sergeant. Neath fiery peaks and robes so fine, guarding jade doors with gold's radiant shine, tangling those worldly gangs, all square and fades like dusted wings. Through the ages, those seeking reign from the plantain fan often presented gifts and tributes as a chief guard in Rakshasi's court. The Bull Sergeant was in charge of collecting these offerings. The quality of the tributes greatly affected the well-being of the mountains. Yagwais throughout the year, thus the Bull Sergeant always schemed to influence the tributes toward his own preferences. One day, leaning on the door frame and sighing deeply, he noticed the smoke from his nose resembled his favorite roast chicken and devised a plan. He told all the tribute bearers that the shape of the smoke rising from the flaming mountain had thus indicated that the plantain fan desired as offerings. What the plantain fan desires offerings. Believing this to be a divine sign, the people, despite their hardships, started contributing exactly as the smoke suggested. The Bull Sergeant received many of his desired items and reveled in a contented life. However, over time, this led to a growing discontent among the villagers toward Rakasi and her reigns. One day, Rakasi had to leave for a lecture by Lord Lao in the Celestial Court and was able to bring the rain for the people. In pain, the Bull Sergeant confessed his wrongdoings and begged for her forgiveness. It turned out she never required any tributes. She naturally provided rain for the villagers through the seasons for planting and growing. The whole tribute scheme was a fabrication. Later, Rakashi didn't punish the Bull Sergeant, but ordered him to return the goods and tell the truth to the villagers. But they refused to take back their offering. Instead, they urged the sergeant to convince the plantain fan for more rain. Caught between the villagers and a lady, the sergeant ended up betraying both sides. The bull scorned by all. Yeah. Fucking idiot. Bull soldier, strong of body, skilled in fight, shield and spear, a valorous sight, heart ablaze of fervent zeal, loves to stain the pain he feels. 3 centuries ago, the Bull King still graced the Celestial Court, and the Red Boy practiced under Guan Yin, peace reigning over flaming mountains. One day, Bishui Beast promoted a captain among the Bull soldiers, and the captain moved into the night duty chamber of the Rakshasa Palace to accommodate his increased responsibilities. He occupied the adjoining room for rest and the main west chamber for hosting guests. One morning, he found the guest room had been tidily arranged overnight. Dustless furniture, washed fruits on plates, and freshly brewed tea. Perplexed, he thought of the furry celestial maiden serving the lady and the fox maidens attending the king's daughter. Recalling how the other guys often teased him for being more handsome than the rest, now, as a new captain, he couldn't help but feel elated. Surely there must be a secret admirer. For over a month, this mysterious kind-hearted maiden visited nightly, yet never revealed herself. Growing impatient, the captain resolved to wait outside the chamber one night. Around the 4 watch, he heard heavy steps, quite unlike the gentle maiden's. Furred or fox, regardless, he lunged at the figure as soon as the door opened and secured a tight hold on it. The figure was muscular, sturdy, too large for his arms. Little grunts followed, and the voice of the Bull Sergeant emerged. I like things tidy, and the room is always messy. That's why I like to clean it up after my night duty. You don't have to act so grateful. What? That's, Huh. I fucking hate you all, you fucking skanks. So, for this one, guys, from Aaron 3 out. Peace with you, gentlemen. We'll see you later. Bye bye.